That down, guys. Let's get things started here, shall we? And we're going to kick off with this. Man, what was it? Back in, a while ago now, there was a whole big kerfuffle, is the word, around that Coyote Vs Acme movie. A movie that not many people had been talking about until it got announced that Warner Brothers was pulling it, even though the film was done. They didn't believe it could make any money and that they would actually get a bigger return on their investment if they just scrapped the film. They were probably right because they did shop the movie around. They shopped it around other studios trying to get at least as much money as it would cost them to just scrap it. And nobody wanted to buy it. So apparently nobody in the industry thought it was going to be worth all that much too. So all hope was gone. But you're saying there's a chance. Because apparently now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Coyote Vs Acme could find new life with the Day the Earth Blew Up distributor called Ketchup Entertainment. Now, this is what the Hollywood Reporter is writing. Coyote vs. Acme, the film that ignited social media when Warner Brothers canceled it for a tax write-off, may see the light of day after all. Indie outfit Ketchup Entertainment is eyeing the rights to the film, which stars Will Forte and John Cena opposite an animated Wile E. Coyote. Ketchup and Warner have been discussing a deal for some time, but would put the project in theaters, though it's still unclear if the deal will actually close. Warner Brothers declined comment. Ketchup has a history putting Looney Tunes movies in theaters. It distributed the Day the Earth Blew Up, which made about $5.5 million globally so far. They also did my friend's recent movie, the Why Am I Freezing on the character Hellboy, The Crooked Man. A buddy of mine directed that film, and they put that thing out. And The Day the Earth Blew Up is made $5.5 million worldwide. I'm not sure if that's enough to justify the expense of it, but there it is. Now, the reason this one in particular got a lot of attention is because a lot of the people who saw the film, Coyote vs. Acme, said it was actually really good. Now, unfortunately, in business, being really good doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make any money, and Warner Brothers made a business decision that we're going to actually recoup more of our money if we just scrap it. But now there could be light at the end of the tunnel. Now, it is important to point out that according to this story in the Hollywood Reporter, no deal has been made. They've been talking. So I'll tell you what, I for one would love to see this. I've heard good things about it. I love the premise of it. We'll just have to see if Ketchup Entertainment in this position actually wants to put up enough money to make it worthwhile. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Indeed. Okay, so you just realized your business needed to hire somebody like yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's sponsored jobs helps you stand out and hire fast. With sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for the right candidates so you can reach the best talent faster. And it works. Indeed's data shows that sponsored jobs get 45% more application than non-sponsored jobs. The thing I'm impressed most with Indeed is how fast it makes hiring. When I was looking to hire somebody for the John Campea Show, the process felt slow and overwhelming. I hate it. I wish I had used Indeed. And you want to know how fast Indeed is? In just the minute that I've been talking to you, 23 hires were made on Indeed worldwide. So don't wait. Speed up your hiring now with Indeed. And for listeners of this show, you get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/Campea. Just go to Indeed.com/Campea and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed here. That's Indeed.com/Campea. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need. Anyway, Chris, I know you are one of the advocates for this movie. You've been really wanting to see this film too. Yeah. What do you think of this story? And do you think there's actually a deal to be made here? Could we finally see Coyote vs. Acme?
I think we could. I mean, I think there's enough buzz right now. And I know I'm talking from the point of view of our little movie bubble, but I think enough people are interested at least in seeing this see the light of day. And it's already made. It's already been made and people have said that it's great. The minute that Lord Miller said that this was a fabulous film, I was in. And plus, the original New Yorker article that this is based off of is so fun and clever. And I feel like this is a movie that is just going to be great for families, for adults, doing classic Looney Tunes. Jokes for the kids, but then things that are going to go right over the head, and the adults are going to have a great time with it. It seems charming, and as long as people keep going out to see The Day the Earth Blew Up, I feel like it's really got a shot of getting a spot in an actual theater, and that's where I'd like to see a big Looney Tunes movie anyway. Don't make me put it on my projector screen and have my neighbors think I'm weird. Come on.
Rob, with The Day the Earth Blew Up, the story says they've actually been talking for some time. So before the Looney Tune movies came out. Do you think it making $5.5 million globally helps the idea of Ketchup acquiring the film and paying whatever it is Warner Brothers says they can beat? Or do you think it hurts it? And do you ultimately think we're going to see this thing in theaters?
Well, I mean, with Ketchup, first of all, I want to see this movie. Absolutely. I read that article in the New Yorker when it was first out and thought the premise was hysterical. And the fact that they did this movie and they've done it Roger Rabbit style, it's got a great cast. And the whole idea to me was irresistible. So I definitely want to see it. But Ketchup Entertainment, remember, they took I believe they have all rights to this Looney Tunes movie. So streaming, I think they know they're going to do pretty well with it. I mean, global box office might not be huge for them, but I'm sure ancillary markets will, because it's an animated film. I mean, who knows who they can sell it to? I don't know if it's going to wind
Depends
up.
how much they had to pay to acquire it.
Yeah, it
I mean,
really does.
That's the bottom line, though, right?
Yeah, and for this, I mean, I think the asking price was $50 million or something like that.
Somewhere around those lines.
I mean, to me, I don't understand, if this is a good movie, how you can't market this and make it a zeitgeist film that everybody wants to see. Because the premise is that way. Like, everyone knows who's watched Looney Tunes movies over the last 75 years that the Coyote and the Acme company have an interesting relationship. And, this comes on the heels of Warner on Max pulling off hundreds of Looney Tunes cartoons off their streaming service, which I don't know if you follow that story too, which is odd to me. That they're like, what, don't you want to support the release of a Looney Tunes movie in the theater? So you have to like pull off everything, like Warner Brothers' great legacy off Max. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't understand that a lot of the moves that are being made in the entertainment industry these days.
Same.
But John, I want to see this film in a theater with a big audience. I mean, like you said, I think kids are not going to get all the jokes. I mean, the whole premise is, why is Coyote suing the Acme company? But we all love it.
They'll make that clear in the movie first, though. I'm sure they'll make that clear.
Yeah.
That in itself is such a great idea for a marketing campaign.
I
Of just
know.
doing personal injury lawyer commercials. You could be entitled to compensation. Have you been wronged by an anvil?
Or they could get all the TV judges, on all those different...
Oh, my
And just
gosh.
interview them about the case.
Be incredible. I think that'd be so fun. I don't understand why people haven't known how to pitch this movie. I feel like
You could get Dick
pretty
Wolf, like
the little
Law and
children
Order.
noise. Yeah. Mhm.
I just know this. If they don't have Bob Odenkirk do a cameo in this movie, it's a
Ooh,
total missed
that'd be fun.
opportunity to have that. But to your point, Rob, I do want to bring this up. And this is the part that always got me about, with the asking price being $50 million, which is probably what Warner Brothers was able to save in taxes by not releasing it at all. And they shopped it around to every single studio and said, "Does anybody want this?" Oh, the movie's done. It's completed. $50 million price tag. Here it is. It's not just Warner Brothers that didn't think it could make money. By nobody putting up an offer, literally nobody thought it could make money. And so that's the interesting, because this is an industry that is fueled by greed. So if they think there's $1 to be made, studio will pick it up. And so I just wonder if at this point, if Warner Brothers might be willing to cut Ketchup a bit of a deal, or
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, it could have been like they had offers, they just didn't want to accept them. Now, year has gone by. They showed the movie, they took the loss on their books, but that doesn't mean they can't then sell the movie and then claim that as income. I mean, I don't know how
They'll
it all
have
works.
to pay a tax penalty on it.
Sure, they would, but it's an asset they were able to sell, and maybe they could figure out a way to make it work, because Warner Brothers was bootstrapping anything they could do to save money, because they weren't in, they had a lot of debt. But now that things maybe have changed a bit, like maybe they had a lot of internal pressure from people. Maybe somebody like James Gunn's like, release this movie. Why is this movie not getting released? You never know. They got to put it on the books for a while, do what they needed to do, creative accounting, whatever.
But in this business, if they think there's money to be made, they'll do it.
Yeah.
They'll try to make money.
Yeah.
Look, from a business point of view, I'm going to say I doubt this actually gets released. I don't think Ketchup is going to be able to put up the money it's going to require them to make it worth Warner Brothers' while, and for Warner Brothers to have to pay the tax penalty they're going to have to pay,
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. But as a movie fan, I would love to see this. I really hope Ketchup is able to figure out a way that they can pay Warner Brothers what they need and still make money on it. That would be great for everybody. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Apparently, the company that is distributing the new Looney Tunes movie is in talks with Warner Brothers to perhaps acquire Coyote Vs. Acme from them. Do you think it's actually possible? I hope they can. I do really want to see this. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.